David, when did you start MyCNS and why?
I started MyCNS in 2002. We did a test program across the United States from probably 93 till about 98. And we were operating in North Carolina, Atlanta, New York City. We also went to Orlando, Florida. And our purpose was we sort of saw ahead of the curve that we would be pretty much where we are right now. There was two families beginning to work. There were a lot of latchkey kids beginning to be a concept that was growing. Crime and other things like that were starting to really escalate in America. And I did a thesis because I was very interested in seeing where we would be as a nation. And we did a test program about 4 months in each place where we went out and we were able to establish very quickly that there was going to be a great impact if we were to lose, for example, mothers and fathers being home with their children, latchkey kids, the crime rate would go up, incidental things of youth would go up. So we began to understand way back when we did the test program in '93 that it would have a big effect. Uh, MyCNS was a development of that from a couple of organizations that we had started and test. The idea was to simply provide a positive news source and a way for Christian individuals and moral individuals to communicate. And that was our purpose for creating it back in 2002, and that's our vision still today. How do we affect the community? I would say we're a very positive information source that most people use for information at this time.
Okay, interesting, very interesting. How does MyCNS affect the community?
Well, MyCNS serves as a hub or an umbrella for information that allows the community to be able to communicate uh, back and forth between the three entities. We clearly define that there's three individual entities. You have, of course, the reader or the community itself, which is reading online, interacting with our media, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever that might be, even an event that we might be putting on in the community. We also work with the other entity, businesses, which are partners that partner with us to provide financial resources that allow us to be able to put on events that we do, to provide the services that we provide to our members and our readers, which could be anything from where you get your hair done to a place that you go and get your Starbucks coffee. The idea is when we begin to work as a community, those businesses are getting a referred customer through you reading about it in our newspaper or in one of our resource guides, our business directory. For the business, it's a win for them because they get a good moral uh, customer that is referred to them versus trying to just hit the general public with not understanding what the customer base may wind up being. We also work with organizations because bottom line is United Way, Salvation Army, Habitats, a lot of the organizations that provide services, food banks like our food bank, Home Inc., that we operate out of Jacksonville, Florida, that actually can help us hub a lot of food banks and clothes banks throughout the nation. We believe that we must first understand the importance of keeping our organizations funded. And as you know, the economy is really not at a point where there's a lot of reserves. MyCNS is designed to allow us to work together, not spend additional funds, but take money we're going to spend anyway and simply redirect it in a way where we begin to work in unison and begin to create resources out of sharing and buying power and sharing and cost-effective ways to buy and even do things in unison and save money to you as a consumer or to the business to help them stimulate their growth as a referred customer and to the organization to be able to both get information out about what they do and provide, but also to be able to allow us to be able to reflect light on them as to good things and good deeds that they're doing in our community.
Okay. Well, what is the vision for MyCNS next year?
Well, we have expanded just in the last couple of years. We've really seen as the economies began to contract, it's been an opportunity because of the great need for jobs and training and employment, and people are really looking at how they can get more out of their money today. We have found that morality systems that we put in place work because it helps lower crime if you can create positive, creative prevention programs. If you can put in things into play that can begin to prevent something before it happens, or even allow people to know how to interact with it to bring it down or to address it, we solve the problems. So we take an approach of prevention. We know that that is the best way to go. It is not always available, especially now with the economy, the government being constantly bombarded with overages and cuts, with our local legislation not really having a lot of answers. We felt this was going to be something needed for this time, and we have, over the last 17, 18 years, working directly with the community and businesses within that community, churches and organizational groups, we have been able to create systems that are replicatable across the United States. We've, since that time, opened over 14 states. We have over 67 cities operating within those states where these systems are currently in place. Within the next 3 to 4 months, we plan on opening at least another 3 to 4 states with another 25 to 40 locations. So we're growing very rapidly. The systems that we create allow individuals to share back and forth. So we can actually, each time we go into a city or into a state, we literally are able to save time, cut costs, and be even more effective in helping them to address the issues that pertain to them and their city.
Okay, all right. What are the membership levels of MyCNS and its benefits?
Thank you. But yes, MyCNS has 5 different levels. The first level is, of course, the personal card level. That's giving the reader or the viewer member the opportunity to interact with our website. There's various event pages and events that we have, as well as our business directory, which gives them the ability to take advantage of various services that help them to get more out of their money, to be able to have a more effective way to find out what's affecting them and their family and how to tie that into resources in their city. It also gives us a synergy in being able to provide things like mothers groups that let mothers come together and work in small co-ops that they can simply create themselves on Facebook and different groups that allow them to do things like Mother's Day Out. We think it's a great program. Mothers can get together, and it gives maybe 5 mothers an opportunity where 2 of them will watch the kids for a day and give the other 4 moms an opportunity to go out and do the things they need to do or spend time with each other. It's sort of sharing time, sharing information, sharing resources, and we found that has just been so effective. The same thing can be applied to Young Leaders of Tomorrow, which is our youth groups and our young adults, doing everything from co-op programs to entertainment and volunteerism in the community. We're not really reinventing the wheel. We want to take programs that are working, and we want to let people know about how they can get in and support them. Things that we're doing that are providing services to the community. Of course, we want the community to know how to go about finding out more about it. And MyCNS is an online network designed to allow you to be able to find out about these things very quickly, efficiently. And it's designed that it works around your needs. So whenever you want to go online, whenever you want to interact with us, those mediums are available for you when it's time to use them. And the other area of that is we allow you to take the money you're spending. Of course, gas is it's well over $4 a gallon, on its way to $5 a gallon. We saw that as well. Just again, looking ahead, being forward thinking, and obviously with over 2,000 years of experience in the Word of God, we know that that is a good roadmap of what's to come. So we highly believe that morality is a key. We believe that and our nation was established on that. And we believe if we work together as Christian individuals, moral individuals, we could solve more efficiently than our government can even. We can solve things locally that can make a difference. My philosophy is it takes a community to raise a village, and I believe that's the key to MyCNS. We show you how to tie into local groups that allow you to have access to people that have the same like-minded thinking as yourself about going and doing things in their community. And we're very active. We believe in empowering people to be active to solve problems within their community. And that has worked for us as a model.
Okay. What degree of impact do you believe your organization can have across the nation?
Very interesting question. I believe we have an opportunity here. The elections are coming up in 2012. We believe very strongly that this is a great opportunity. If we really want to see change happen in our nation, we believe we're at a very peril time. On one hand, there's a lot of things that are falling down. There are a lot of things that are not working right. But we believe that individuals that are of the mindset that we, the people, have an opportunity to step up and they're ready to do their part, we can work in unity and begin to solve problems. Crime is simply a heart condition. I believe it does take us, we're spending the money, whether we're paying for security systems or more surveillance or giving up our rights by letting our government come in and mandate laws. It's really not changing much. It really changes when we decide, we the people are going to go out and we're going to volunteer the time. We're going to take the money necessarily and put it towards organizations that are out there preventing and keeping things from happening, and investing that time in our youth and our leaders of tomorrow, that they will be role models, not locked up and incarcerated. So we strongly believe that the key to solving the problems are a personal approach. We know we can't individually touch each person, but we can paint vision that encourage people to work together. We can create systems that allow people to interact with their community and their leaders and have a flow of information that works very easily, that's digestible and understandable, that a person can feel like they can make a difference with a bit of time or a small decision of change, or working together with someone on a vision, a healthcare program, a dental program, providing maybe a discount service that will give you an incentive to drive a little further to go to a business that's a moral business versus just buying and spending your money with no understanding of what that company is actually doing to give back. We're strong believers of education. We put a lot of things out there, seminars, workshops, even online information that allows a person to educate themselves on how they can connect to their community, and even resources that are available to them in their community. We strongly believe churches, there's an opportunity for us to work outside of the realms of our buildings to really affect our community, to really be a role model in our communities. These natural disasters that have happened, we've seen that there's been a lot of opportunities for us to step up and to get involved with the community itself, providing services and resources, being there for support, even being able to educate people on how to prevent certain things and plan. Definitely there as a way to say after things happen, and things will happen. We're in a very peril time as far as our weather and our economy and even the situation of our economics. But there's always hope. There's always a revelation that as long as we can unite and work together, we can solve things together. Again, if we work as a village or as a community, each taking care of their own area of that community, if we're doing that all throughout the nation, then we're literally building an opportunity for us to solve a lot of things that are available that our government just doesn't have the answers or the budget for. And we found it very successful in doing it the way we've done it, empowering people to be a part of change.
Okay, thank you, David Tatum. Appreciate it much.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Bye-bye.